Hello, and welcome back to Knowledge Hub, where we explore the finer things in life, things most of us can only dream of. Today, we're diving headfirst into the world of the ultra-wealthy, where money is no object and the only limit is their imagination. We're talking about those ridiculously expensive things that make your jaw drop and your wallet cry. So sit back, relax, and let's take a peek into a world most of us will only ever see in videos like this. You know, sometimes it makes you wonder what you do with all that cash, doesn't it? Now imagine this, waking up every morning to the sound of waves crashing on your own private beach. No noisy neighbors, no traffic jams, just you, the sun, and maybe a few dolphins swimming by. That's the reality for those who can afford their own private island. It's like having your own little country, complete with a custom-built mansion, maybe a golf course if you're into that sort of thing, and enough staff to make you feel like royalty. For some folks, a private island isn't enough. They need something a little more mobile, something that screams, "I've made it." That's where luxury yachts come in. We're not talking about your average fishing boat here. These floating palaces are bigger than some apartment buildings, complete with swimming pools, helipads, cinemas, and enough champagne to sink a small ship. You know, just in case you need to make a quick escape from a sea monster or something. Now, if you're tired of the surface world and all its problems, why not take a dive into the deep blue? With your own personal submarine, you can explore the ocean depths without ever getting your hair wet. Imagine coming face to face with a giant squid or discovering a long-lost shipwreck. Of course, all that underwater exploration comes at a price that would make even a pirate blush. Chapter 4: Space Travel. Out of this world luxury. Okay, so maybe the ocean's not your thing. How about blasting off into space? That's right, for a few $1,000,000, you can book a seat on a rocket and experience the ultimate adventure space travel. Imagine the view from up there, looking down on Earth like a tiny blue marble. And hey, if you're lucky, you might even bump into Jeff Bezos on his way to his next space conference. Just try not to get stuck in line for the space bathroom. Chapter 5: Custom Supercars, Fast and Furious, Wallet Edition. Back on Earth, there's nothing quite like the feeling of getting behind the wheel of a supercar. But for the super rich, even a regular Ferrari just doesn't cut it. No, they need something truly unique, something that makes other drivers weep with envy. That's where custom supercars come in. These automotive masterpieces are built from the ground up to the owner's exact specifications, with engines that roar like a lion and price tags that would make your eyes water. Chapter 6: Private Jets, Soaring Above the Rest. Forget about first class, folks. When you're a billionaire, you fly private. No more long security lines, delayed flights, or screaming babies. Just step onto your own luxurious private jet and let your pilot whisk you away to your next exotic destination. It's like having your own personal airliner, complete with plush leather seats, gourmet meals, and maybe even a hot tub if you're feeling fancy. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but when it comes to high-end art, it's also in the size of your bank account. From Picassos to Van Goghs, the ultra-wealthy shell out millions, sometimes billions, to own these priceless masterpieces. I guess when you've got more money than you can spend, you might as well decorate your walls with some of the world's most famous artwork, right? Just don't let the dog chew on the Monet. Speaking of expensive things you can wear on your wrist, let's talk about luxury watches. These aren't your grandpa's Timex. We're talking about handcrafted masterpieces encrusted with diamonds, made from rare metals, and costing more than a house. Some of these watches are so complicated they can tell you the phases of the moon, the tides, and probably even what your dog is thinking. Let's be honest, we all like to look good, right? But some people take it to a whole other level with designer clothing that costs more than a small country's GDP. We're talking about couture gowns, bespoke suits, and handbags that could double as a down payment on a house. Hey, if you've got the cash, why not? But seriously, you could probably feed a small village for a year with the price of some of these outfits. Imagine this: Beyoncé performing a private concert in your living room. Or maybe you're more of a Rolling Stones fan. Well, for the ultra-rich, that's not a fantasy, it's just another Tuesday night. They can hire their favorite musicians to perform private concerts in their homes, yachts, or even on their private islands. It's the ultimate status symbol, and it sure beats fighting for a spot in the mosh pit. Well, there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the world of ridiculously expensive things only the rich can afford. From private islands to space travel, these extravagant purchases are a testament to the incredible wealth that exists in the world. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm perfectly content with my simple life. After all, true happiness isn't about how much money you have. It's about the little things in life. Like being able to afford a cup of coffee in the morning without having to sell your car. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars, even if you can't afford to buy one.